Oh, shit.
We have a potential 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here.
Hey everybody, welcome to Community Service Podcast, and we are winding down to the end of the year's tour with Grand Rapids, Michigan, Kansas City, Missouri, and December 8th, Burbank. And I have 2023 dates booked. We're already cracking. I'll be home for the holidays, so Los Angeles, late November, December, I'll be performing at all the clubs in Hollywood almost every night. So LA, there's your chance. Those are shorter sets because everybody's famous in LA, and I can't bump Bill Burr. But if you want an hour, that's on the road, and I love you all. Tickets at CraigConant.com. Rate, review, like, subscribe, do all that shit. It helps me beat these algorithms, share my shit. You guys are. I'm going viral. I'm growing, and that's because of you guys, and I love you, and thank you much. What? Thank you very much. Thank you. I just love you all. And peace and love, baby. Vibrate higher. I gotta get in character. Oh, we gotta get in character. Hello. What character are you going to be, Craig? I don't fucking know. I am a character. I am a character, cock bitches. Everybody, I'm not supposed to cuss in the first 10 seconds because YouTube's a pussy boy. Hey, YouTube, suck my nuts dipped in diarrhea. How about them apples? How's that, algorithms? Oh, Jesus, I like to poke the bear, don't I? That's right, I've been knocked out. Only 3 times. No, I don't know. I don't know. The tooth, I was out. You know, he cracked my inner molar.
Yeah. Was that at the bar?
I had it coming. I had it coming, you know. I shook his hand after that. That was done. And then I got my face stomped, but I don't believe I was knocked out. I was just a little discombobulated, you know? And then I was choked out by my buddies. 1 to 3 times? Couldn't tell you. You would have to ask them. Maybe 5. At least once. I remember that. And 2 times. I don't know. Anyways, how did we get here so fast? The ADHD doesn't remember the train of thought. Oh, pussy boy. Get knocked out. Same old bits, Craig. I talk about what I know. And let me tell you, I know about getting my face stomped. No, that's not why I bring that up. I just go on these little tangents. Shout out to Vans for stop fucking around and making a comfortable shoe. I got some boots now. Look at these. I'm going to Calgary. Well, this will come out after Calgary, so you missed it. I got these big old boots. They're all weather. They got the fucking fleece. They're fleece.
Nice.
They have comfortable soles. It only took Vans 50 years to get a sole. You sons of bitches. But thank you for finally, in my lifetime, I have some boots that are hip. Vans, look at leather, waterproof, Scotch Guard, teamed up with 3M. Oh, it's fantastic. They got Gore-Tex boots. Those are a little too boot looking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look like a bootlicker. But I like a bootlegger. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not using formaldehyde and you're not poisoning the people. You bathtub gin. Do it right, hippies. Same goes to the weed manufacturers. Are you putting high fructose corn syrup in your vape pens? Then you're the devil. Are they organic and pure? Then you're God. Mainstream media finally admitted that there's too many chemicals in the food. Did you see that article floating around?
No.
They finally did it. I can't believe it. We'll see if the dumb fuck masses wake up still. 75% of food is poison, and they knew about it. But I've been trusting them. I had to make sure I ain't got no hair.
I was
flap.
gonna say it looks like a little one.
It's not a flap. It just looks bad, you know? Fucking getting old. Someone sent me, shit, I forgot her name. God damn it. Hang on. They sent me some hair products. But I don't know. I'm not gonna, maybe it's good I didn't name them. Because I Googled it, and like 50% of the people said it changed my life. I have a full head of hair, and it's the best thing I've ever happened to me. And the other 50 was like, all my hair fell out. And I'm like, well, I don't want to try this anymore. It's one of those MLM companies, multi-level marketing. Okay, so here's the thing on everything. There's good and bad, even in hair flaps. Let me just put that out, you know. It's not fair. I have enough hair. It's just super fine. Like if I had thick pube hair, I'd be gold, bro. I have the finest, thinnest, fairest hair, which is so nice for softness, but not nice when you're getting older, you know. But still, I still got it, baby. Oh, yeah. Those. So here's the thing with those damn. They call them pyramid scheme companies, obviously, because many of them were schemes and they rip people off. But just like I don't know, like. I went to 2 meetings with one company, and I was like, I think I told you, I was like, where's the money? I was like, I ain't showing up for no money. So it's like a scheme in that sense, but I've also known people to stick it out, and then they make a lot of money. So it's just like, it's a scheme to the people who quit and don't see it through. But I'm sure there's obviously corruption. There's corruption in every fucking corporation there is. There's somebody skimming off the top. But just imagine if there wasn't. Imagine if like everything was franchised and everybody got a little piece of the pie, and then you sold a good product that wasn't shit. What if that was a pyramid scheme to these fucking mics, the best mics? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I get it, because schmucks ruin everything. You can ruin everything, but the actual, when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, if you just work hard and sell a good product, you get a little slice of the pie. What's fucking wrong with that? What's wrong with that is most of the time the pie is caca, and you're selling caca pie. And I don't want no caca pie or no profits off caca pie. You got some gold pie, you know, and it just sucks. Just fucking always one caca pie ruins it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, I remember that Tupperware was for like housewives to make a living, but it was like old school Tupperware. You still find it on Etsy, like people searching for it because it was made in America and it didn't have BPA and you didn't get cancer and your children didn't get little tidbits of it in their mouths and eat, you know. It's just like, was a good product. Oh man, don't get me started. Here we go, Craig, old man shit. It's all going to, it is. I spend my fucking life at these airports in these sensor water things. They're going to give me a nervous breakdown. This bit has been done before, but it is true. I'm going to rip one out and I'm not that strong. Watch. They're going to make me get that woman that save your baby from under a car strength, you know. They turn into the Hulk and they just lift a fucking F-250 off a baby, you know. That's going to happen. I'm just, it won't wash. Dude, remember the switch? Remember the lever? You turned the water on and it was on, and then you turned it off and it was off. And you didn't have to go, am I a fucking vampire? Am I soulless? Did the devil win? I'm soulless now. I can't get any water out and I got soap on my hands. I'm about to go wash my hands in a urinal because I'm so angry. And I'm going to shake everybody's hand on the way out. Like, nice to meet you. The system's fucked. Just turn into the fucking Joker, dude.
What about the ones that you just push and they have a time limit?
I don't mind those so much if the timer is more than 3 seconds. There's some of them that are like, and you're like, oh. There's people out there doing this on purpose. I blame Fight Club. There's an army of disgruntled men, and they're just tinkering with things to break man, to cause more anarchy and mass shooters, even though those are probably programmed by the government. Look into MK Ultra. Did I just say that? It's a real thing. I didn't make it up. Yes, they made a movie out of it, but it was a real program. Freedom of Information Act. Google that. Good luck. Good luck, soldiers. They've been up to some things. There's fluoride in your toothpaste, and on the toothpaste bottle, it says, if consumed, contact poison control hotline. But then there's fluoride in the water for you to drink every day. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? None of it makes sense. Boy, I wish my eyes were closed, because then I wouldn't see the hair flap on the side of my head. Getting old again. Let's talk about everything spicy. Let's talk about Kanye. Let's talk about Kanye. You know, good music. Great music. Have you heard Good Morning? Ooh. Tell me that doesn't bring joy to your soul. You know it does. I'm 2% Jew. I still listen to it. I am. Take my DNA. Make me a clone. I'll show ya. I got 2%. I'm the brown Jew. I'm OG. No, obviously, watch somebody clips that. No, obviously, Kanye's, I didn't really go down the rabbit hole. I just know there was one tweet in particular. That was pretty bad, Kanye. You know, you're not supposed to, you know. It's, the Jewish population has had a bit of trouble with, you know, being murdered throughout history, and we don't need to inspire any of that. And that's wrong, obviously. Bad. Very bad. But I would like to say he's mentally ill, you guys. He's a genius, but he's fucking off. And did I say that? Dame Dash's take on this?
Yeah.
I did. I'll say it again, because stop filming him. He's mentally ill. Van Gogh was a genius, and he was mentally ill. He cut off his ear. He said we're now witnessing Kanye cut off his ear. So stop filming it. I am a firm believer in that. Also, I don't like the witch hunt of everybody saying cancel Kanye. I don't like that at all. The banking system got rid of Kanye, but they still do business with cartels and drug dealers, Epsteins. There's more Epsteins. You think that was the only one? Wake up, you idiots. There are a ton of them. And they still did business with Epstein up until his death, but not Kanye. And that's weird.
He's been removed from, like, his banks. He can't access his money.
I don't know. That's what the internet said. Yeah. They kicked him out. And of course, you have the right to refuse to do business with whoever do you want, but with whoever you choose. But I find it funny that a man who said some crazy shit, but he's clearly mentally ill, Brittany posted some naked pictures. You know, they didn't stop banking with her. I know that's completely different. I'm just saying, these people are off the reservation. They're checked out, and you're holding them accountable for their words when they're not whole. They're fucked up. I guess that's my point. And while doing business with war criminals, drug cartel, every dirty, rotten corporations have done more. Nestle, DuPont, Johnson & Johnson, look what they've been found guilty for. Killing citizens, human beings, found guilty, not even conspiracy. Look what they've been found guilty for, all the chemicals and cancers they've caused. But they they still go to those banks. That's my point. Like, I don't understand how everyone just is so. It's like, how about you just zoom out and look at all of it and be like, oh, this is all stupid and bad. It's a witch hunt, and it's weird. It's all weird. It's weird that war criminals, politicians, drug dealers, cartels, human traffickers aren't held accountable. And they know they've been caught so many times. There's so many articles out there where they get fined too. They get caught. Look what they've been found guilty of. Because that's why it's like, oh, it's not a theory. Oh, they're guilty. Who's the damn bank? I think it was Goldman Sachs and not MSNBC. What's this? CB? It's a big bank. Some London shit. Not CDC. They brainwash me into just Google some banks, doggy. It's like 4 letters. Anyways, I remember learning that 2 major global banks were found guilty just dealing with horrible cartels and laundering money. They got found guilty for it.
HSBC?
Yeah, there you go. HSBC. HSBC got found laundering money for cartels. And
yeah,
it's fine. Everything's fine. How about you hold people accountable for horrible actions? They're holding Kanye accountable for words, and he's mentally ill. And they won't hold people that are literally chopping people's heads off accountable, or human trafficking. Like just murder and the worst crimes known to humanity, and that all goes under the rug. And, to bring up all that shit, but I'm a El Jezebel Maxine well. Fucking what's she, human traffic whatever, I don't even know the terminology, to 0 people. She did it to it's crazy. The world's corrupt. The world's corrupt, but you know who we should kill? The mentally ill guy that makes good music. That's who we should get. Not the people running the show. Not the institutions of power. Why I say it that way? So what is the whole moral to the story of Kanye? Yeah. Why do all artists change their name, by the way? Because of horrible contracts, and they're tired of getting ripped off and being owned. That was his whole point. He went about it in a crazy way, dog. So Kanye West, the moral of that, you know what? I blame Kim. I blame Kim. That family, every man they touch goes from hero to 0. They do. Look at the track record. Every man dead, changed something. Every dude either lost his head or his head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on now. I'm just joking around, guys. I forgot the donut shop. I forgot that note last week. There wasn't more to it than when searching for a home or apartment, wherever you live, all you need nearby is one good donut shop. And that sounds silly, but it's there for you late at night, early in the morning. There's coffee, there's sweets. They make better sandwiches than Subway. Subway got, yoga mat in their bread. It's supposed to be gone, but I doubt they did it, They're like, but we could save $6 more and kill a lot of people. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, that's it. I'm such a simple man. Just need a coffee shop, a donut shop, anywhere with like one good pastry and one good coffee. Doesn't even have to be the whole menu. Just give me Juan and Juan. Juan. Number Juan tequila. Did I go on a rant about hot dogs?
You did a Vegas hot dog rant a long time ago, but
Okay.
not recently.
I just love hot dogs, man. You know, I know they're... What's that word? The meat that gives you cancer? Canned meats.
Processed?
Processed meats. There you go. I know it's processed meats and it has sulfites and nitrates and gives you cancer, but I just love hot dogs. I had a dirty, rotten hot dog the other day and it was so good. I just put mayonnaise on it and ketchup. And it was so good and it made me feel good. But it never does on the back end. But that's salty and leaves that little film on the roof of your mouth so you know you got some chemicals. You know, Farmer John giving you a little hematoma for later. You're like, thanks, Farmer John. I'll deal with that later. And hope I have insurance. But hot dogs are so weird because they're only food. If you eat about 2-3 hot dogs, you wake up in the middle of the night as if you're hungover, you know? And I started chugging beverages, running my mouth under the fluoridated water, to numb my soul down so the devil could slip in, you know? I was drinking Waterloos and Perrier's, putting a little honey in it to make it sweet, because fuck, you know? No sugar, no flavor. Give me a Coke. Give me some high fructose GMO corn syrup. I want to close my third eye. What do I want? I want to eat hot dogs. That's all I want is hot dogs and soda, man.
Does anybody make a healthy hot dog without all that shit?
Yeah, but that's for the pussies. I like to dance with the devil. No, they're good too. I'll be eating some Hebrew National. They're supposed to be a little cleaner, but then they got caught with corruption, and I guess they were slipping in some non-kosher meats.
Oh, jeez.
And I saw that article too. Even religious meats. It's like, you guys aren't, you know, you're trying to go to heaven. You're supposed to bless the animal. It's better to eat halal meats, kosher meats. Whether you're religious or not, it's been a while, but I haven't seen any food documentaries because it tends to ruin all foods. Or maybe not all, but about 98%. So I stopped watching them because it's kind of hard. It gets hard to eat. Anyways, oh shit, where I was going. Oh, religious foods, religious meats, whether you're religious or not, they're killed in a more humanely fashion. So I don't know. They're supposed to be blessed and thanked, you know, for their sacrifice. I'm a hippie, I know. But just, it's a little better like, hey, thank you, Mr. Cow, for this nutsack. I'm about to eat this hot dog. God bless you for your foreskin, because it tastes delicious with ketchup and mayonnaise on a brioche bun. Give me that foreskin, Mr. Cow. How about some hoofs and ears? We can't eat that in steak, so we'll grind it up and make a little wiener out of it. Why's it got to be in the shape of a wiener, huh? I want my hot dogs in the hamburger sliver. I don't want no weenie shaped foods. I like tits. Can you imagine that? Some asshole probably really says that and believes that. It's like, no, dog, that just means you really want to suck dick. That's what that means. Because my timer's going off. We'll have to pause. I have to check into my flight. I get bumped up. We can leave it on. I'm quick. I know how to live life now. I'm not stressed out. I just handle it better. 1 hour till check-in. You better update. I set a timer for you. You lying, Calgary? Check-in unavailable. Probably because it's WestJet. Delta operated to WestJet. All right, we may be needing it. Oh, God, get out of here. I got to do this afterwards. It would have been easy if it was Delta.
You trying to upgrade your flight?
If I check in, like, right when the time is to check in, I'm higher on the list to get bumped up. But I'm going to Canada, so it's WestJet operated by Delta. which is awesome. I still get my perks, like I get free check bags and whatnot. But it won't let me check in. I gotta go through WestJet, and then I have to type in my reservation number and my last name. Do you think I know that? So now we're gonna have to wait, and I'm not gonna get my little bumpsy upsies. It's not always a guarantee. I learned that the hard way. I bought the cheapest ticket, and I kept ending up by the bathroom and the babies. And I was like, hey, man, I'm gold status. Why am I not getting bumped up? And he's like, oh, you bought the cheapest shit. You got to go one up, and then you get bumped up. Did I already teach you that trick?
No, I just...
Yeah, I didn't know that. These little fucking in the fine print. Who's reading fine print? I don't read the FBI warning label. I just record the shit and sell it on the street. Fucking fine print. You could be fined up to $75,000 and taken to jail. Oh yeah, who's gonna catch me selling Earth girls are easy on the side of fucking La Brea? I used to buy those dirty DVDs. I talked about this. I'd always be buying them DVDs. You get good movies out there. You get really bad ones too. They're filmed with the camcorder, you know, it's so ghetto. And it sounds off, and you get a good production. A couple of those guys are good. They did a Seinfeld episode about it. When you live in the hood, that shit is real. These aren't jokes. There's a DVD guy, there's a corn guy, there's a tamale guy, there's everything. And I used to get them DVDs. I know DVD. I'm an old man. I know nobody buys DVDs anymore. But I bet you there's still one guy in the hood just slinging DVDs. I know there is. Where there's a will, there's a way. That guy's making it work. They don't got that, you know. And I told you he had the dirty movies in the back. And I get some nice shit. I buy porn in the parking lot off a stranger in Ralph's in Inglewood off of Century. What street was that? It's that Ralph's right there on Manchester. I think it's Manchester and La Brea. Anyways, there's a Ralph's. There was this dude. I used to get DVDs, and he had the nasty ones in the back. He always get, 4 for $20. I get 2 clean ones, 2 dirties. Some new hanky-panky material.
In the back of what, though? Like
in his CD book.
Oh, he said a book.
He just be like, hey, you want some DVDs? And I'd be like, yeah, what you got? And then I'd get like District 9. I mean, that was out back then. This is about the time you're buying bootleg DVDs. What else I get? Life Aquatic, Steve Zissou, What else I got? Bootleg. I still got them somewhere, the old school bootlegs. You get when it was Oscar time, you get the good ones.
Yeah.
You get the, your True Grit with the little warning label on the bottom. I got that. Yeah, $5, bro. Still got it. And then you'll get some good shit like Mr. Marcus and Ebony Queens or something. Shout out to Mr. Marcus. He's been spraying bitches for 30 years. God, the porn industry is so crazy. He was hanging at the store the other day. I seen him pop up in pictures. So, Mr. Marcus, I grew up with you. You always did this one. Behind the back. You taught me a thing or two. How to fuck with swagger. You got to put your arms behind your back. And let them bitches know. Look, ma, no hands. All right, this is the weirdest shit I ever said. I know. This is riffing, dude. Mr. Marcus. I told you that. I've always been into black girls because the first porn I ever recorded was Ebony. And it was awesome. I'm going to tell you. And, I just remember India, Mr. Marcus, Vanessa Blue. I was like, this is the best shit I ever saw in my life. Oh, my God. And, that's some good fucking porn. What you gotta be careful. I go back and forth. I'll do like no porn, and then I'll watch porn 8 times a day. What the fuck? It's not good for you. That's just bad. I noticed that. Nobody feels good after porn. 0.0. Never. Maybe one time, a couple times. Yeah. I guess it's like a tool. It's just like anything. Use it when you need it. But hot damn, that's a bad addiction too. And then they always force the weird stuff. We've talked about this before. You're like, hey man, I don't want this stuff. I don't like this stuff. But you keep just showing, and then it's like the train wreck. You're like, oh, that's weird. What the fuck is that? You know? It's like, oh, come on, dude. I just want big booties oiled up. Simple man. Simple man. The fuck? Yeah, the rest's cool too. That's ain't yeah. Pfft. Porn industry fucking weird, dude. Ooh. We need everything to be cleaned up. This corruption. I already had. Imagine if those profit share. You know, those poor hoes just getting used up. What if they get a piece of the pie and there's healthcare and retirement and union? They get dinner. You know.
Some of them do pretty well.
Yeah, some. And it's usually, it's like kind of just like Hollywood. It's just usually people who build their name big enough to be like, I'm going to do my own shit, own my own product, and not get ripped off and not, you know, the contracts, dude. They just get fucked, literally and figuratively. Just in so many ways. It's just like, I definitely don't want to go down that route, but I always thought it would be smart to start a porn company that just was like MLM in full circle. But everyone gets a piece of the pie. Like, what? Why is that? These poor women are just getting used and abused, and dudes too. I'm sure some of the porn stars, they're like, go fuck that dude, but I'm straight. Do you want this money? Stick it in them. And they're like, oh man, you know, like I'm sure that happens. Because you hear about that in interviews. They're like, you fuck dudes, but you're straight. Be like, well, that sounds, you know, like you're gay. But I'm sure it's just the bag of money, and they're so fucked out that they're just like, well, hole's a hole.
Yeah, I don't think guys get paid that much for straight porn.
No, I don't think so either. I think they get probably treated the worst, but nobody cares because it's a dude. Because I know the chicks always get paid more than dude because not every dude, just because I want to have a family and kids and shit, you know, like, I mean, sure you can. It's just kind of weird to be a father and be on like fucking Gonzo Gone Wild, you know, like it's like to each their own, but I have my limits. It's just like, I don't want my son to see his mom just getting DP'd on the TV. Is that fair to say? I'm open-minded, but it's just be like with my, yeah, that's me and Mr. Marcus. I was a big fan. Finally got to work with him. I grew up. His dick's still bigger than mine, though. Man. I guess I'm just a confused motherfucker constantly changes his mind. Because I was talking about changing your mind. I change my mind all the time, and that's fine. People are like, well, you said this, you said that. Like, I say all sorts of shit all the time. Obviously, I say fuck the cops because I hate them because I've been arrested so many times, and I've seen them harass people, and there's obviously police abuse, police brutality, abuse of power. So I hate that. But at the same time, I fucking love cops when stopping rape, murder, real crime, big mate, you know, especially go after them suits. How about some fucking forensic accountants cops? How about we beef up on that, you know? Anyways, so it's like, yes, I can be like, fuck the police. Don't chase me in my little bag of mushrooms and firecrackers, and stop stomping innocent people with no guns. And but also, like, go get the guy that stabbed my friend in the neck. You know, there's just like, it's not, as much as I like a little chaos and anarchy, like, dude, there has to be law and order. Have you seen Venice Beach? Go down to Venice Beach. It's cleaned up a little better now, but during the height of the pandemic, motherfuckers had hatchets on their side. And that's why I'm like, hey, police, here we go. Leave me alone, but how about them apples? This is bad. Like, I would just be like, if you're just a lady walking your dog, I'm like, dude, you need a gun. That guy's got a hatchet, and he ain't all there. And nobody's doing anything. So I guess, like, everything's just a slightly more complex. Obviously, I said that word wrong. Come on, boo-boo, come on. Give the people, yeah. It's like 1 minute I can hate the police, and the next I'm calling them, hey, man, there's a fucking madman with the hatchet. You know, like, I just hate any and all corruption. I mean, who doesn't, right? But just that abuse. I follow those accounts. You follow 2 accounts. One makes you love the police and want to need the police. That's like gutter people of Los Angeles, street people of Los Angeles. Then you follow another. Wait, what did I say? That's when you love the police and want them, right?
Right.
I said that. And then you follow police the police. And then you just see a man getting his face stomped for asking a simple question and that guy's testosterone out. And you see these videos all the time. There's fucking both. Most of us are in the middle. It's like, yes, leave me alone with my prostitute, my little bit of drugs, and don't tell my wife. Leave me alone here. Go away, copper. Look away. Look away. Oh, Leatherface Hatchet Man who's harassing people walking there. Get him. That's when you do abuse. Don't abuse the guy with the roach. Abuse the. This is my whole thing. Maybe if you stomp that guy's head, we'd be like, yeah, he had it coming, you know? It's just, and stop shooting unarmed people. That's pretty simple, pretty straightforward stuff. I don't know how many times we got to say that. Hey, you know, the guys without guns, maybe stop murdering them. That's my whole piece. If a guy's got a gun, yep. Yeah, light him up, man. Never mind. There's so many stories. You heard about the hero with the gun that kills the bad guy with the gun, and they kill the hero with the gun, even though he told them, "Hey, I'm the hero. I stopped it." What the hell? I did the right thing. Anyways. I don't want to do that one. Hot dogs, check. One good donut chop. Allowed to change your fucking mind. Oh, quitting weed. I still haven't done it yet. I'm not high for this, but I definitely woke up and smoked half a joint. But that was hours ago and I had coffee, you know. My tolerance is insane. But I was talking to the homie Monarch while doing laundry and telling him what I'm quitting weed. While I had 3 kinds of weed in my system, 2 tasty weeds and a concentrate. And I have a shit-eating grin. This is why I like weed, especially concentrates. Because I'm doing laundry, unloading laundry. Who smiles when doing laundry? Nobody wants to do laundry. The only person happy doing laundry, if I say, hey, Chris, I'll give you $1 million to do this laundry, you'll be happy. You'll be happy. That's it. But that doesn't happen because we live in reality and not cuckoo town. And I ain't got $1 million. How about and yet I have $1 million. You speak it into existence. You have to say it like it already exists. It's hard when it doesn't, though. I have $1 million. And I just am like, this is why I don't want to quit weed. I am so happy doing laundry right now. But therein lies the conundrum. Some people will be like, why you don't need to quit? Because yes, I abuse it, man. It's too... Ooh. Right now, I'm phasing it out. I gave away my concentrates. We just have tasty flour. You're going to get a couple more. I'm whining low. I'm getting scared, dog. It's the holidays. I like to get fucked up during the holidays. I like to get fucked up every day of my life, if I'm being real honest. That's the problem. I don't need the holidays. It could be Tuesday In June, no holiday near. What's in June? Is there? Oh, Easter. Is that Easter? That's April. Is that a holiday? Do we
Yeah.
get it off?
Yeah.
Not at Trader Joe's.
But now you get $10 extra an hour
What?
every Sunday and major holidays that they're open.
That's phenomenal. Is that how they kept you to not be union?
It is a pushback against the union push. And I mean, if that's what happens, if the unions keep forming and they go, well, let's give them more benefits and more perks.
That's great.
That's how it
Unionize
should.
everything. That's how
That's
everything
the benefit.
should be.
Like, I don't even need to be a part of a union and I can
That's how the
benefit.
oil industry should be. That's how the porn industry, everything, all of it, unionize. Get these people breaking their backs some fucking money, some livable wages. Yeah, that's it. Just quitting. This is why it's hard to quit weed. I was happy doing laundry is the whole moral of that story. It's not as nearly as funny as I thought it was going to be, but I was laughing when it happened because I was just like, I was just like this. There was no music playing, you know? That's why. But you can't. I'm dumb enough to abuse the weed, but I'm smart enough to know that, like, if you need weed to be happy, then you need to quit the weed. You know, you got to figure that shit out. And I don't want to.
Have you made like a pros and cons list or anything?
No, but I already know, dog.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, no one's making you do this, and you're talking about it, so I can tell you want to do
I
it.
have to do this. I know I should do this. I'm a hippie. I already said this before. I'll say it again. When you quit something you love or you sacrifice something you love, that doesn't mean go kill your wife, motherfuckers. You get stuff. It's happened several times throughout my lifetime. I've seen it happen through several of my friends. The homie Darius Bennett, I told him about it. He was quick to learn. He's like, damn, you're right, dog. Every person I've told about it. And it's not even, I didn't invent this. It was told to me. Like, I think I learned about it in the program or some shit. And just watch. Like, if you love drinking, if you give up something not good for you, that's the whole shit, you know? It's not like give up. I gave up yoga, picked up crack. No. The other way. You just get rewarded by the universe, God, energy, Allah, Buddha. You know the story. Whatever the fuck you believe in, I highly recommend believing in something bigger than yourself. And yeah, it's just true, man. I've just seen it just happen too many times. Oh, it's getting a little hot on the ears.
I also think it'll be like a Band-Aid, and 3 days of being annoyed and depressed about it, and then
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's weed. That's my whole shit. I don't really have a problem with it. I have we already know, alcohol and narcotics. That's that real devil. Gotta look good for the gram, you know. These clips be going viral, and sometimes I look like a dumb fuck, dude. And it's like, dude, that's got 1 million views, and you look like you just got out of bed. Like, care about yourself, Craig. Oh, that's it. I got more notes. I was saving the good stuff, the poop for last, but I forgot. I gotta burn some evidence over there. No, my dad used to always burn the books as a kid, so now I like to. It's just old paperwork. It's like old checks from last year and tax returns and expired shit. But I can't wait to burn it. Reminds me of my childhood and my father. Oh, that's so cute. And this jacket. Speaking of this jacket, man, fucking, this is Carhartt. This is the most dope gangster shit I ever. This is fleece. It's got a pocket for your vape pen. What can I put in there if you don't smoke? What, a chapstick? That's not as fun. Like illegal, you know? Something, you know? Anyways, here's a trick. It's not even a trick. I don't know. Everything. I should just have I'm an old man now segments. Boy, I know I haven't figured life out yet, but I figured a few things out. I'm trying to sound like a Hallmark movie, you know? Let me tell you one of them. Dude, Christmas, you know, I got a family. They buy me gifts. I buy them gifts. But you just grow up and it's so hard. Like, I don't know what to get anyone anymore. So here's a solution. Just buy yourself shit. And then it's like, hey, sister, give me $60. You're getting me this. And then you get the gifts that you actually want and not bullshit you don't need. I know that takes some of the fun out of it, but you get like an expensive ass gift you don't want as an adult. And you're like, that could have been put towards a vacuum I needed sorely, you know, and you get an air fryer that doesn't fit in your home. You're like, I needed a It's like, I know, but it takes a little bit of the fun out of it, but you know, if you're 30 or 40 or 50, you don't believe in Santa Claus anyways. So why don't you just get something you need, like some laundry detergent or something? I swear to God, like it gets to the point where I'm like, just give me an In-N-Out gift card, you know. But I'll do that, and I like I'll do that with my sisters too. We're like, hey, what you want? All right, get it. I'll get it. You know, Venmo. My dad's a fucker though. Because we'll get us our gifts for him and drop it off. And he wants us to wrap it and write it to us. I'm like, you got to do something, you lazy old sack. Sometimes they'll forget to pay you. Oh, I forgot. Okay, Dad. All right. You burned the books a little too soon. You forgot to pay your son off, huh? I don't have it written down. No. And that a crazy bastard. He's so funny, dude. He's crazy. I've been making fun of him a lot on stage. It's fantastic. He's not there. He can't defend himself. It's great. I call him a hemophiliac. And I say because I make jokes how he used to beat me and they get sad. So I was like, but now I beat him, you know. And I was like, he's a hemophiliac. I flick him and he bleeds. I was like, I breathe on his forehead and just blood. And usually the crowd gets like so scared. Like, and they look at me like, and I enjoy that, you know. It's fun. It's hard to recover from, though. I'm like, oh, man, you ruined the energy again, Craig. I want to go dark, and these pussies don't want to go dark. You could feel them. They're like, we came here to feel happy. You remind me of my childhood. And I go, yeah, that's right. No, I'll bring it back. How long we been rolling?
45 minutes.
Oh, very nice. Good. Burn the evidence. Check. No, it's that pile over there. I follow all these motivational speakers that I love and they inspire me all the time. And of course, they anger me when I'm feeling bad and ugly. I go, fuck you. Got your shit together. I'm missing a tooth, bitch. I ain't got shit. You know, you get mad. You go down to the Krabby Town. I'll take you down. You fucking Lewis House. I forgot their names. I follow all of them, and I only remember Tony Robbins because he's been famous since the 90s. But they always say that poignant shit. And you know, I don't know if it's from them or from a book or fucking the teachings of Abrams, whatever. Abrams tank. I'm such a dumb guy. You know, I was trying to quote an ancient holy book, and I was, have you heard of the Abrams tank? USA. But they're just talking about promises, and they're just the simple shit, the shit that wakes you up. Like when your work tells you to take out the trash, you take out the trash. When they tell you to, you know, fucking sweep and mop the bathroom, Craig, you do. When you tell yourself work out, you don't. And then the dude, I forgot even who it was. Shit, my bad. But just see who I follow. I follow so many motivational fools. And I don't, most of the time I get asked, like, who do you follow? And like, I like this guy. And I'm like, I don't know. And then they show me and go, oh yeah, I've seen 8,000 hours of that guy's shit. My bad. And the whole point of that is like when your employer tells you to take out the trash, you take out the trash. When you tell yourself to work out, you don't. it means you don't respect yourself or your promises. Like you break, I know it's cheesy, but you broke those little promises to yourself. I was like, oh God, I do that every day, you know? Once they said it like that, I'm like, oh, I do that with everything. Like with even lunch, eat a salad, I get there, but that cheeseburger looks good. Fuck a salad. I learned that sometimes raw salads are hard to digest. Sadie's doing this gnarly detox and she had to eat like cooked vegetables because like raw shit during her detoxing process was too much for her tummy. And these damn self-motivational fuckers are right, though. I'm just like, fuck. It's like all that shit matters. So like if you are going to say something to yourself, do it. And of course, I'm human and I fail all the time, but I notice when I do the things on the list, once again, my list will be like small. It'll be like do laundry, take out the trash, take a shower, brush your teeth. Because you check them off, it feels good. Yeah, I know it's stupid. It's almost cheating. And you don't think I cheated in high school? Yeah, I had a cheat sheet. Don't think I cheated on. Oh, anyways. I need cheat sheets. It's hard. Help. I already forgot what I was talking about. I got scared there. Uh-oh. Get away from this topic, Craig. It's just fucking hard. And these little teeny biohacks, cheat sheets, shortcuts to happiness, little minute boxes of fulfillment, whatever the fuck you call them, they just help in this crazy ass shit called life, you know? And I gotta constantly remind myself, this shit's just a game, man. Go watch some Bill Hicks. We're energy, nobody really dies. That's what NERD really stands for. We just go back to God's pussy and go swim around a little while. I'm just kidding, I'm so sorry. God's primordial ooze of salt water. I don't know what it is. We'll find out though. I just know that we're energy, and science literally proves that we gonna be all right. You know, not to quote another self-help guy, but it was Shia LaBeouf on one of those podcasts, and he goes, "I just know I'll be all right in the end." And he goes, "And if you're not all right, guess what? It's not the end." I said, touche. I can't wait to go to God's pussy. I mean, what'd you think? He came out of a dick? Wake up. God's a woman. Give birth, you know? Where'd we come from? Woman? I mean, man, help. But I know there's both. These books be lying to us. Father God. What about Mother God? Yin and yang semantics. Pito loco. I guess that's my whole point. Saying vagina God. Question everything. You know, there's two. Now for the final topic. That just says promises to oneself, and I just wrote broken promises. See, that's a fun clothing brand too. They make fun stuff. Surfer skater stuff. Sell that. Zoomies and Tillies. I like broken promises. See, they're trying to promote her. Don't respect yourself. I've been disrespecting myself my whole life. It's time to respect myself. Oh, shut up, Craig. You're a pussy. It's a constant war of our brains in our heads every day. Especially if you're brought up with normal parents, meaning they talk some shit. Every parent just talks shit. You're like, the only person that built their son up was fucking Donda. And see what happened? He believes he's God. We are all God's creatures created in God's image, you know. We have consciousness and whatnot. If you don't think there's God in us, go talk to a fish. I don't think there's God in that guppy. You know? Or maybe there is. I could be wrong. I don't know. He doesn't have any freedom of choice, freedom of thought. What's that called? Free thinking? Yeah. I hate it when I try to sound smart, sound real stupid real quick, don't I, Craig? I know I don't know what I'm talking about, but I also know what I'm talking about. And I know that doesn't make sense. But yet it kind of does at the same time. There's catch-22s all the time in our universe. Look how my cat's sleeping right now. That can't be comfortable, but yet she's sleeping. There's a catch-22 right in my lap right there. Just cats are so funny. They'll just sleep like this. Be like, that's not, they just look like old Asian men sometimes while they're sleeping. That sounds real racist, but it's true though. How many times you seen in a movie there's that old Asian guy just like that? It's like very zen. I watched David Carradine, Kung Fu, Good show. Well, that'll probably cancel me in 4 years. Craig said that sleeps cats falling asleep look like old Asian men. Hot take on comics canceled for things they said 10 years ago, and now that they're famous and we can sacrifice their money for their children and family, let's get them. But not before. They weren't important then. They didn't have a voice and couldn't disrupt the system. Okay, Craig. Pooping. Gotta talk about pooping. We gotta keep it light. I did this gig in Reno, and they had a pisser and a pooper with no door. And I forgot the comic's name. I'm sorry, dude. I made a million comics. Hang on. Let me go right here. Where is he at? There he is. JJ Will. So this fool I met in Reno, comedian JJ Will, and we're talking in the green room, and this fool took a poop, and there's no door, and there's no lock on the door either. And then there's a urinal, and you're both facing the same way. So to walk in, you'll make eye contact with the pooper, and then you turn right, roundabout 10 hut, turn right, and then you pee, and then you're facing the same way. But then you got to turn back around and wash your hands. I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, most people do. And I wash them after poo-poo, not pee-pee. If I get pee on my finger, I'll wash my hands. I'm not a monster. But there's no pee on this hand, we're not washing it. Them's the rules. I have a weird system of things. This is my law and order in my own head. Oh, you pissed on your hand, you gotta wash it now. So I try real hard, not to pee on my hands. Like I got a big long dick. Never happens. I'm just kidding. Extra medium, you know the story. Yeah, blah. Anyways, so he's telling me the story about pooping with the door open and the motherfucker just pees. And he's just like, dude, usually people go, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And leave. The guy just pees. And then he reminded me, I remember when I was a little kid at Little League, during a baseball game, I got hit with the choro, the diarrhea. Mm-hmm. And I had to go, green apple splatters the bathroom up, dude. And for whatever pedophiliac reasons, at my park, there was no doors for kids. This is a kids' park. They had the small urinal, They had the big one too, and there's no doors. Now that I think back, why aren't there any doors on a kid's pooping park? And you know what I'm trying to say. Not one door. There's like 6 stalls, no doors. Isn't that weird? That's kind of weird. Yeah. I didn't think about it literally until he pooped with no door, and it made me remember this story of pooping with no door. And I was like, I was a little kid. That was a park for little kids. We all had to take shits. There's no doors. Why is there no doors? You trying to see little peckers there? The fuck, dude? Put a fucking door in. Anyways, this is funny. Not in a molesty way, Because that is weird. In hindsight, you're like, I know the boys' bathroom have doors. Does the girls' bathroom not have doors either? And then that's also like extra weird. I don't know why everything's just extra for them. Like, why don't they get fucking doors? Anyways, I have explosive diarrhea. Also, pooping during a game is, you don't want to do it. I was trying not to. It's embarrassing. I'm 11 years old. I'm not comfortable with my pooping yet, you know. You don't want to poop at school. You try to hide it. I'll fart like a motherfucker, but pooping, you're like, fuck, you know, it's a baseball game. I don't want to poop. But I have to do what I got to do, and, you know, it's baseball, so you got to take the whole fucking, not uniform off, but, you know, the cup down, everything, and I'm just pooping with my little leg swinging, and my coach walks in. And he makes eye contact with me. But he's funny, though, and he's not no weirdo. But he's like, man. But he never looks down. His eyeballs only. You know, that's why I was like, he's a gentleman. And then he goes, man, don't you hate it when bathrooms don't have doors? And I was like, yeah. And then he peed and he left. But it was just like, yeah. He made a joke and he made light of a horrible situation, and it was funny. But I was just like, why aren't there doors? Who wants to? I have pooping your pants as a topic on my podcast. And there's not one person on this planet I would want to make eye contact with pooping. No one. No family, no friend, no lover, nothing. No homeless man. No animal, for that matter. You do your business. I don't even want to see you pee. Not into it. Not my thing. Don't care. It's the, prettiest pussy in the world. Don't need to see it pee. I'm good. You go pee-pee. That's not my thing. Why was there no doors in that shitter in Reno? Why was there no doors at my Little League? Also, too, that's like a thing. That happens. Just no more doors.
I've seen it at bars a lot where they clearly don't want you to take a shit here. Like it's the bathroom's just for peeing at certain bars.
That's rude.
It is.
Because when you gotta go, you gotta go. You're the one who fed me the chili. You gave me bar chili. What do you think's going to happen? Now give me a door so I could poop in dignity. I'll shit on your floor next time you don't have a door. I'm tired of this shit. Fucking weird. Everything's weird. No doors while pooping. I'm Mr. Poop over here. And it's like, can we have not some standards for pooping? No single ply and give me a door. Give me a door and give me 2-ply or give me death. The government's like, no problem. Chew on this Teflon, son. DuPont. Murderers. Nestle's a murderer. DuPont's a murderer. They're all murderers. Johnson Johnson a murderer. I'm not even going to say big Harma, but Google them. See what they're up to. Anyways, happy, joy. All right. Maybe just one episode I'll try to be all happy and not focus on corruption. I follow the wrong accounts, doggy. Too much.
There's not a lot of positive stuff out there.
It really isn't. Every time I flip my phone open, the only positive shit is like algorithms rewarding my own likings to like cat accounts. Self-help people. Because if you go down the liberal or the blue or the red route, it's just them absolutely egging each other on while mildly making some points that I can agree on both sides. Both can say some things where I'm like, oh, yeah. And then they both will twist it. And I'm definitely siding more with the red side now, but they do it in a vulturous manner. Like everyone is just, how are we supposed to grow up and ascend to better off places, for lack of a better word? How are we supposed to go up when it's just like us sticking our finger in the wound or pouring salt on it? Honestly, in our country, it feels like we're pouring gasoline and igniting it, as opposed to having rational conversations. And they're both getting so weird. It's awful. And the left is gone to lunch. The extreme left. That shit's just crazy, illogical. And obviously Republicans, extreme far right, have gone to extreme shit too. But I don't know. Everything's so weird. Once again, I don't even like talking about it. It's just like all of us are in the middle, just like, hey, man, get the murderers and the criminals and let's eat some food and have a home. Anyhow, just weird times, man. I didn't really talk about this stuff ever till this pandemic. Kind of changed the whole way of the world, you know? What else going on? All right, happy. What can we end on here, Craig? Anything else in the media? Any hot takes? What's happening out there? I'll riff on that shit real quick. Other than Kanye, that seems to be running the media.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about climate change being worse than we, like the numbers are going up faster. And
Yeah, that sounds like the media's owned by one entity trying to push that agenda to scare us into paying higher taxes and giving up all our rights.
I mean, I'm not seeing it on CNN. They don't talk about it. It's just scientists.
Yeah. Who's paying them? Who's paying them? How about we stop all corporations from polluting the globe and see how this climate fucking turns out? Once again, there's solutions to every problem. These motherfuckers control and patent all, you know, that's why I don't like climate change, because it's caused by them and then it's going to be used to police us. That's my shit. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying they cause 80 to 90% of it, and they're going to blame us for 80 to 90% of it and give us the fucking bill. That's why this shit is maddening to me. How about we stop all industrial awful pollution and start doing real solutions? Once again, we could grow motor oil, or we could stop killing the water car inventors. You know, Tesla had some free energy shit that they might have on a shelf somewhere that people are gaming up on. All the solutions are there. And those are just 3 things that I know of, and I'm sure there's all sorts of shit. The solutions, they will feed you, only line their pockets with money and control you. It's never a real solution. There's never a cure. Just look up Chris Rock. The money, they never cured AIDS. They never. The money's in the medicine. I learned that when I was 15 years old. Shit ain't changed. What'd they cure? Other than antibiotic, what'd they cure? Besides polio. Wasn't that 100 fucking years ago? You know what I mean?
It's coming back, though.
It's coming back? Yeah, because they got another little fucking, another medicine for you to take. My whole point is the solution is in organic, clean, holistic living and caring about one another and growing your own food and having a community and rotating crops and actually having nutrition in soil, and stop using pesticides. Stop using heavy metals. Stop spraying the sky with pollutants that scientists also talk about, but mainstream media does not cover. Stop poisoning the food system. Stop trying to patent seeds. Maybe that's causing all this shit. Are the scientists talking about that, you know? Once they start talking about corporate, I don't even know if it's corporate, industrial greed, once they start talking about putting humanity first over profit, then I would entertain your little climate change argument. But all they seem to push is electric vehicles and the controlling of us. And have you seen the processing of an electric vehicle? It almost it ravages the earth more than the oil vehicle. The lithium and the poor children slaves that are mining our lithium, that are then powered by gas and coal, which is still fossil fuels, you know. There's a lot of people that question that. They say it's not even made of fossils. It's a mineral that could even possibly be replenishing. But, you know, any scientist that asks those questions is a heretic, and they're loony, even though they may have graduated from a college with a science degree, and science is asking questions. Not if you ask the wrong questions, though. Then you're a heretic. Then you should shut your mouth. That's my whole point. It's all corrupt, bro. If you're under the payroll of whoever's running this shit, which is like families, like interests, like corporations, like whatever, like-minded people. I just drank the Kool-Aid of George Carlin, and my eyes are open, and that way, anytime they are giving us any solution, it's usually not a solution. It's usually a way to make their pockets fatter and to get us to shut up and obey and constantly sign away our rights. Anyways, I was trying to end good, but you brought up climate change. And I see it. I see the world, doing some things, but I also see the world being polluted in weird ways. Once again, there's no way to prove these things, but it's just like, it's all weird, And shit rolls downhill, and I've been downhill getting hit by turds my whole life that end up in higher taxes and less freedoms and more consolidation of power. Whatever the tale they tell you, that is what happens. Whether it's fucking Ebola, cocoa, I don't even want to say it because you'll get the, little restrictor button. Yeah, it's all corrupt. We have to take care of each other. And these corporations will never do it until we wake up and take care of ourselves and make them hopefully pay for what they've done to us. But that's just my thoughts. I hope they get to pay the piper. They will in the end. I just don't know if the masses will wake up by then. Everyone's still, it's just like, no. There's still people out there getting their children when it has no proven effect to actually, like, for kids to work, When not getting it is basically the same odds, if not better, and people still do it. That's so crazy to me. Anyways. Well, that wasn't happy. Just a disgruntled old man, not happy about the way the world's headed. That's all. And if you look at it, I would say that would be the opinion of most people. You're just like, oh, Jesus. Why are these fuckers doing this? Follow Jake Tran on YouTube. You want to ruin your thoughts on reality? Yeah, this guy is great. Jake Tran. He does incredible work about financial systems. Everybody too. U.S., Russia, Ukraine, China. Nobody's safe. This guy just tells the behind the scenes of look at that's so funny. Just crazy shit on the power vacuum of the world and what's happening and the political shit on how, like, when Russia-Ukraine war and the pipe blew up, and I was like, oh, who did it? Did I talk about that? Yeah. He's the one where I was like, well, why would Russia blow up their $1 billion infrastructure pipeline? And then I never thought of it that way, but he asked the question. And once again, we don't know who's who, but it's just like he planted the seed to think that way of like, why would they blow up their own shit when they could just turn it off? And the next day we have one that opened. It's like that, like the behind the scenes shit to where you're like, what's really going on? And once again, it could be propaganda and I don't fucking know, but it seems to be unbiased. Oh, it's incredibly unbiased as opposed to the mainstream media. But then again, you're just like, it's just like, what's what? Back to those articles that say coffee gives you good eyesight. Coffee makes you blind. What's what? Both published by reputable publishers. The land of, I guess, I don't know, operate with your heart. Good luck. How to navigate learning about the information of the world when knowing a lot of it, most of it's probably propaganda? How do we operate, That's my conundrum. That's why I always lean towards conspiracy theorists. Because they're not on the payroll, Most of the time they're being attacked and having their complete livelihoods gutted and uprooted. And any man who wants to try to speak the truth while literally sacrificing his livelihood, as opposed to Don Lemon or Tucker, we'll name both sides, just spewing false information and then never even acknowledging it or apologizing or saying, oh, I was wrong, Rogan at least did that. Y'all don't, for lying to people on camera, and it's all there, but everyone seems to forget. The land of the amnesia. Yeah, boo-boo? Okay, so what can we do? We got to end positive. We can't just go on a crazy rant. You brought up global warming. You set me off, brother.
Sorry.
You set me off. No, it's all right. It's just corruption. It's just abuse. Here's how obvious it is. 75% of funding to the FDA comes from big pharma and shit. They released that article on mainstream media. That's a conflict of interest. That's supposed to be illegal and not supposed to happen. Boo-boo, come here. We'll end on kittens. Come on, boo-boo. Come on. We'll end on what fills you up. This cat fills me up. You got people, what fills you up. I see this guy. I love this guy. Happy. I want to hug him. He fills me up. I see this other guy. Oh, no. Stay away. Stay away from the drainers. I learned that from Rob Diedrich on one of these fucking self-help podcasts. That's all I listen to. People are like, what do you listen to? I listen to music 90% of the time or self-help informational podcasts. I listen to Bill Burr 2 times. I don't listen to comedic podcasts. I also don't want to be influenced. It's really hard not to be influenced by your heroes, You just absorb them. They're fantastic. They're the GOATs for a reason. It's like, I don't want to absorb your shit. But I should listen to more podcasts. I should listen to my own. So I'll be like, finish your stories, Craig. Oh, no. Where was I going? I already forgot. What was I just saying?
What fills you up?
Oh, Rob
Avoid the drainers.
He said, as he goes through life, anybody I notice that drains me, I cut them out. Anybody that fills me up, I double down. And I can't stress that enough. As I do this 45 cities and it breaks me emotionally and physically and mentally, not spiritually though, it feeds me. Just the volume of travel, of living in an airport, good problems, as I say. I know I got what I wished for, but it's hard. It drains you. So I look for the fillers, and those fillers are animals. That shit's real. Maybe a little weed. Lovers, loved ones, whatever you got, girlfriend, boyfriend, anything in between, fucking family. And also, family can go both ways. Family can drain you. Family can fill you up. And just fill up, man. You gotta fill up. That shit's real. I know I'm a hippie. Go hug a fucking tree. I mean that. You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking when I hug trees? I fucking hug a motherfucking tree. Hug a tree on some mushrooms. See what the fuck happens. Fuck. I know how I look. I know how I sound. You wait till you fucking try it. You be like, oh man, it's talking to me. So Gandalf the Grey is real. He is real. It fills you up, man. Nature, gardening, little mushrooms, not abusive drugs. That shit gets weird. You start getting weird. All my druggy friends that stay on shit too long or do anything too long, you get weird. It fucking fractures or something. Cokehead, you could be a pleasant cokehead for 10, even 15 years, maybe 20. After 20, you're weird, dog. Your brain split. You live in the weird category porn. You don't visit it anymore. You live, you know? You see it. It changes, motherfuckers. You change your fucking smell, your pH balance, you know? So all the cokeheads, remember, if you're on year 19, you still got one left. But you get out. No, I'm just kidding. You know it's true. Anybody on anything too long, fucking just trying not. That's basically my whole goal is we got to vibrate higher, and I'm not be that guy as I preach all this shit. Anything I preach, it's usually probably preaching to myself. I'm like, stop it, Craig. And get yourself a cat, a dog, a fucking snake, whatever the fuck. I don't know if snake's a filler. There's a few weird snake people out there. They'll be like, don't you. You're right. I don't want to piss off no snake people. I've known them. I've known a tweaker with a snake supply and gets the home rated. I'll tell you what. What you got? Just a bunch of snakes. I knew that guy. That's crazy. It's my childhood friend. Their home got raided. They came out all these exotic snakes. It's like, damn, man. That's crazy. And yeah, just peace and love, baby. Peace and love. We gon' be all right. That's what I guess this podcast is now. I'm like trying to pop to the next level. I'm like, what are we gonna do? I guess we'll do a little silly insanity. I love Tim Dillon, you know. He's smarter about the corruption in our world, but that's why I always talk about it, because I'm tired of it, and I hope we rise up and hold people accountable for their horrible actions of poisoning humanity through toxic metals, poisons, and plastics. All approved by the FDA. Who'd have thunk it? Anyways. Get your fillers, my people. Lay on the soil. If your soil is frozen, may I advise a vacation to a warmer climate. I'm going to Calgary right now. This comes out afterwards, so you missed it. Should have paid attention. Only been promoting it for 2 fucking months. People are like, what? When did you put it out? For months. Every clip. It's in my bio. It's on my website. I talk about every pod. I say set reminders, and still every time I leave a city, I didn't know. Huge fan, no idea. Are you a huge fan? I said it 90 times, bro. So yeah. Go in nature, go on hikes, get yourself some animals, some lovers, preach that positivity. Let's vibrate higher. Don't trust any governments, anybody telling you what to do. Don't trust them. Question everything. Even the scientists, they're on the payroll. They're on the fucking payroll. Who funded it? Who funded this study? Oh, the company that wants to sell it? I'm calling bullshit. Anything can be skewed. Even you, so get off the cocaine. Anyways, I just love you all. I hope you're out there pooping your pants. You know, God bless. Hope you're out there barebacking some hoes, you know, living the life. And vice versa. Get that bag. Also, you know, maybe try to vibrate higher. You know, fuck trying. Vibrate higher. I learned that from Kanye's mama. We don't try, we do. Saw it in her interview. She's right. And anybody who says, yeah, just that guy, that Tate, you know, obviously, I don't know Yee or Tate or this or that. I know a lot of the stuff they spit is truth juice and it is straight fire. And obviously, a lot of it is not, you know. So it's okay to have mixed emotions and opinions about things. Be like, I'm going to hold on to that sentence of truth. Ooh, that over there, not so much. Not so much. But that was the point, you know. Blobbity blue, blibbity blobbity. That's my thoughts on that. I love you all. Remember, yeah, That's my cat heckling me. That cute. Oh, you know what I didn't talk about? This is going to get sad too. This isn't that sad. I forgot to talk about a heckler in Des Moines. I felt so bad about this. I couldn't sleep over this. It's not that dark. So I was doing, Des Moines was fucking awesome. People showed up. We had a good time. And it was like a Rubik's Cube of ebb and flow. But they were there and they showed up and we were having a good time. I was doing my act, doing my shit. I did an hour, 6 minutes. And there was this whole party to the right. And this lady got kicked out. And I didn't deal with it in the best way. I gave her some chances though. So you know what sucks and why I feel so bad about this lady? Is because I knew she didn't understand. She didn't know how to shut her mouth. And I knew that. And I know what she doesn't know is like, lady, you're my favorite person at the bar. Like we're going to have the same stories. We're going to have it. This lady that got kicked out, and I don't think I ever said kick her out. It just happened. There was just too many incidences. And she just had that deep voice, that smoker's voice, you know. And she was front row under the light, not front row, but 3 rows back, you know, under the light, right near me. And she can't keep her mouth shut. And I have ADHD and a fucking I'm out of the moment, you know. You see it every day of my life. I walk to the garage and forget what I'm doing almost daily. These aren't jokes. I know I say that all the time, but it's frustrating. It's hard to live a fucking functioning life when you don't know what you're doing the whole time. And so immediately out the gate, she heckles me on the first line, and I say, "Shut the fuck up, lady," and it gets a huge laugh because it was funny, you know. And she was heckling the opener, Nick Allen. He was funny as shit for 30 minutes. It's 2-man show, cold open. He does 30, I do an hour. So it's not an easy show. That's like harder. Usually it's host, feature, headliner, and the host eats the bullet, sets the room, feature kills, you know. He's got to do all that. It's hard for him. It's hard for me. And it's just a harder show. They don't know that. They don't know the process of stand-up. They don't know I have ADHD. They don't know I'm doing an act. They're not, you know, they don't know these things. They don't know that every time they open their mouth, I'm a human being, not a TV. It stops it. Because you're 3 fucking feet away, lady. And you sound like, I said she sounded like Zelda from, not Children of the Corn. What's that fucking movie? Pet Sematary. Zelda, the help me. Remember? Oh, anyways, that got a really bad reaction. And I was like, hey, I said sounded like, not looks like. And then that dug me even further. I was like, fuck. So now, but they don't get, like, as a comedian and me trying to get her to shut up, I'm trying to be mean and funny. But when you're angry, it comes off just as mean. But I didn't get angry. Actually, I didn't get angry till like the 4th time, you know, because I was doing my cousin's vagina story, and it's an excellent story. And there's lots of pauses and moments for quiet, you know, where you build it up. And she's fucking yapping, but with the cigarette voice, you know, alligator voice. She sounds like Tom fucking Waits. And she can't be quiet. And I'm just like, and it pulled me out of it. And I was like, you see what it does? It just pulls me out of it. And then I think I even said that. I got to watch the recording. But I was like, honestly, if you were just like 10 feet back, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't see you. I wouldn't hear you. I wouldn't notice you. You would just be pissing off the people around you in the darkness. And I'd be like, what is that? But you're 3 feet away and you're under the light, and you just, and then they're in a big old group of people too. I probably hurt my hoodie and merch sales after that because they were fans. And it just sucks. It just sucks. It sucks because she literally, I'm not joking, would be my favorite lady to chop it up, and we'd smoke a joint and talk about the time we get arrested, probably together, and we forgot. But she just won't shut the fuck up, and she doesn't know how. And it's so frustrating. And it's always white ladies. It always is. I'm just like, God damn it. She wasn't like a Karen in the sense like, I'm right, you're wrong. It wasn't that. It was just, she was just like the party, drink, smoke, and was hanging out at the bar and didn't understand that there's a live show going on. And she never would. And I feel bad about that. Like, it ended weird. I had to build it back up and repair the room, and then go back into my act. And I did that, which is cool, because as a comedian, I'm like, wow, that was cool. Because I did get them back. It took a lot, but it's all weird, and it just sucks. It just sucks. It all fucking sucks. I could have handled that better. I didn't handle it horribly. I gave her lots of chances. I made it funny in 2 times. Then I even said, like, please, man, you don't get it. You're fucking... And then one of the dudes like, you're just being sensitive. I'm like, nah, man, stand-up's hard. And she's stopping me. And I love doing stand-up. I love performing. I love doing my act. And she's making me hate it. And then it comes out in the performance. And it's just like, it's just because she had one too many, bro. It's the fucking... Dude, do your shit, but just... I'm a huge fan of Slick Rick. Hey, kid, walk straight. Master your high. Master your fucking high. You're an alcoholic? Fine. Be an alcoholic quietly and enjoy yourself. Don't talk the entire show. It's so great. And keep in mind, my dad is of the same cloth as this woman. He doesn't know. That's how I know. Like, he doesn't even know. I've been heckled by my father before. And he doesn't... Mm-hmm. My dad should date this lady. They'd be an excellent couple. They don't know. Like, that's why I guess I have such a soft spot for it. First of all, I was you, lady. I just got out the game. Second of all, my dad still is just like you. And it's just, but also, like, please, for the love of God, just shut up at a live show. Or go to the corner, you can't be front fucking row, man. Comedy clubs, if you sense a heckler, if you sense a wild bunch, back row, guys. I can't see it. I could barely hear it. I'm gonna burn right through. Front row, I can't do it, man. It's fucking so hard and frustrating. They have no idea. I'm not a guitar. Like, you could play over someone. I just have this and this. And if you do this, it stops this, And these fucking comics just constantly posting heckler videos. They're promoting this shit. It drives me nuts. Stop it. I don't care if it's viral. You're literally inciting riots at our place of work. You're giving them what they want. They want their little moment of fame, and now you're putting a camera on them, and they made it to the gram. And now you're inspiring other hecklers to get your little clip out there, Maybe not of I don't know. It is good clips, though. Content, it's good cut to me 6 months later. Posting, see, shit changes. I ran out of clips. I need to produce content. I'm talking shit to my friends that it's about literally something that I'm probably going to do, but it is true. It's just like, I haven't done it yet, so I'm not a hypocrite, but as I run out of clips to post, I'm like, well, hey, Chris, post that. That shit happened. It was just unfortunate. It was funny at first. Like, I got her a couple times, and then it just kept coming, and it wasn't even the shittiest heckles. It was just weird heckles at the wrong moments, to the point where she's so loud to where I like, do I address this? Do I bulldoze over this? Do I drown it out? But it wasn't that type of crowd. If it was like a hot, volatile crowd, I would have bulldozed it and just went, but they weren't that, like every crowd's different. It's like a dance. You have to match the energy of the room. That shit's rowdy and lit. I'm fine with that. I'll do the act, rapid fire, and just bulldoze it and get done. But it wasn't that. I had to dance. I had to take pauses. It was lower energy, not in a bad way. They were there, it was just wasn't like volatile, eruptious energy that allows you to bulldoze over hecklers, because it's just pa 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 pa. They don't get a moment. So you kill hecklers with a lot of tricks, with bulldozing them with just rapid fire jokes where they don't get a moment. They can't even get it out anymore. You just kill over them. But I am also I can do that, but that's not my vein. I like to get weird and take pauses and experiment and do this. And that crowd was that. So it was heaven in that sense. And maybe I could have steered them up to faster gears, but you know, I am only on my second year of fucking headlining, dude. Like, people, I don't know, they gotta give me a break too. Like, you do an hour. Fucking, it's crazy, man. Just the ebbs and flows and energy of matching of the room, and how audiences don't understand that unless they're podcast fans. They listen to a ton of comics, they hear this over and over again, and they go, oh. But if you're just going to a show, you're like, oh, you have no fucking clue. So I don't blame her. I guess I need more skills. I need more skills as to how to deal with it better. I don't think I said kick her the fuck out. I told her group to pick her up and just take her to the back of the room. I don't know if the club missed. She did have like 6 strikes, so, and 6 on me and probably 6 on the first guy. So, but once again, like, she wasn't off. It was a difficult heckle. Because it was...
She wasn't trying to be famous or anything.
No. She just didn't know she was 4 feet away of a guy performing an act. And every word out of her mouth stops that. So it was just fucked. So my heart goes out to you, lady. I am sorry. I'm not sorry for anything I said, really. Because I wasn't trying to be mean or malicious. Maybe the Zelda reference didn't hit. I was trying to think of a scary fucking voice, and that lady scared me since 5 years old. So it wasn't maliciousness. I'm more just, it just stunk. It stunk because that lady went away, and it ruined her night, and it also kind of ruined my night. And nobody wanted that. I just wanted to tell my fucking act with you shutting your goddamn yapper. That's what the room wanted too. That's what your people around you wanted. That's probably what you wanted, but you didn't know how. And that's, like, I guess why I got sad and mad about it. Anyways, well, that's not happy, Craig. But it is an interesting Heckler story of the trials and tribulations of being a motherfucking comic. Sometimes I get in my head, it's like, what are we talking about this week, Craig? But I guess it's going to be cool to when I get to where I'm going and you guys got the whole documented process. It'd be like, remember when that comedy club accused you of stealing a T-shirt and wouldn't give you a bottle of water and charged you for your cheeseburger? And now you're at the Wiltern, you know? That's going to be dope. Be like, hey, I'm watching you climb. Be like, yeah, man, I didn't know if I ever was going to make it. When you're doing dishes in the bathtub, it's pretty hard to have faith that you're going to pop when, you know, corn is clogging your shower. It's hard to have faith in yourself and your abilities as a human being. But here we are, baby. Here we are. We got grit, motherfuckers. That's what this is about. This is about grit. You get scabs on your nutsack, pour some peppermint oil on it, and be a man. Vibrate higher. That's what I did. You're like, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing, goddammit. Fucking nothing. The whole point is, you know what it is. I bring that up all the time because I was in the gutter and now I'm not. That Biggie Smalls shit. Tupac was a backup dancer and then he became Tupac. Biggie had 22s in his shoes, and then he was shot down before he could ever enjoy any of his wealth. So shame on you, murderers, a.k.a. probably Suge Knight, but also probably caused by Puff Daddy because he hired Orlando somebody. I almost said Orlando Bloom. He hired a gangster. It's sad. Anyways, that's hearsay. It is said that P. Diddy hired a hit for Pac, and then out of retaliation, Suge hired a hit for Biggie. Either way, both our heroes are gone, and those two awful monsters are still alive. And nobody knows anything to be true. It's all hearsay. Oh no. Rewind, Craig. Happy thoughts. Yeah, just go for it, man. What's the worst that can happen? Your dreams come true. Or they didn't, and you at least tried, and now you're on that deathbed, and you have a few scars on your nutsack. You'll be like, I tried. I fucking tried, Nurse Betty. I tried. Or whatever. You know? Or your labia, whatever your thing is. I tried, Nurse Harold. I tried, lesbian. Same voice. Swing the bat, baby. You got to. And I just love you all, and I hope you're doing well. We're going to end this now. You know, there's a few clips in there. Oh, I forgot. Carhartt. I never shed light on this. There's a tag on this. I bought this for myself, but then my cheap ass was like, you know, we don't own the land yet. Make your daddy give it to you for Christmas, but get a couple wears out of it first. So I wore it on stage, and I wore it on this podcast. Now it's going back in the bag. I'm going to give it to daddy, and I'm going to get my money back. And then I get it for Christmas, and that way he doesn't get me something that he wants. You know, he's one of those dads. Oh, I thought that's what you wanted. I'll use the fish finder. I didn't know you didn't have a boat. I have a boat. My dad's one of those. He'd buy my mom Christmas gifts for him. You know, I didn't stand a chance, man. Hey, I'm just saying, it's one way to get your fish finder, folks. It's a home defense shotgun, Tilly. So what? You don't believe in guns, never owned one in your life. It's still in your name, though, in case, you know, I don't want to go to jail. Have a father like that. Crazy times. I love you all. You know, keep it going, baby. We're vibrating higher out there. I hope we're constantly questioning everything, and our eyes are opening, and we're vibrating higher, and we're going to take care of one another. We could do it. That's all we ever did. No government ever did it. We took care of ourselves. It was usually us overthrowing the government to then take care of ourselves in a non-corrupted way. And so yeah, boy, we're gonna get fucking deleted one day. They're just gonna be like, this guy's just crazy. He's saying to question everything. We don't like that. We'll just study any amount of history, and you're like, oh, why are they doing this stuff? Why does anybody who question them go away? Anyways, I love you all. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing. Please give me that subscribe button so you're aware. And I'll keep trying to spit some truth without being deleted and demonetized like all the others out there. And yeah, vibrate higher, baby. I love you all. Go fart on your boss. Go love your lover. Go plant a plant. Go pet an animal. You know, keep it positive. Stay classy. Peace and love. I love you all. Peace.